Good evening, everyone. I want to begin with a question that might just change everything for you, a question that demands your attention. What if today is the day you finally choose to listen? What if I told you that there is a message waiting for you, a call to action that comes from a place of urgency, a divine whisper that insists, please listen before October 15th, 2025. Today, I stand before you to ignite that spark within you, to awaken the dormant dreams, the unspoken desires, and the profound potential that lies within each of us. This isn't just about time ticking away. It's about recognizing the extraordinary power that resides in each moment we live, each choice we make. First, let's talk about the power of awareness. Imagine walking through a dense forest surrounded by towering trees and the rustle of leaves. You feel the ground beneath your feet, yet your mind is elsewhere, lost in regrets of the past or anxieties about the future. How often do we find ourselves in a similar state, missing the beauty right in front of us? The urgency of listening is a call to awaken from that trance. It's an invitation to be present, to recognize that life is happening now, not in the distant tomorrow or the shadows of yesterday. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. When you become attuned to your surroundings, to your feelings, and to the voices that guide you, whether they come from within or from a higher power, you begin to see opportunities that were previously hidden. You start to notice the small, often overlooked moments that can lead to significant changes. Each day is a canvas waiting for your brushstroke. Imagine what your life could look like if you made a conscious effort to listen, to observe, and to truly engage with the world around you. The second point I want to emphasize is the courage to act. Awareness is powerful, but it is only the beginning. Once you hear the call, you must summon the courage to act on it. Fear often paralyzes us, whispering lies that convince us we are not capable, that we are unworthy of greatness. But let me ask you this. What if the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to take that first step? Consider the story of a young woman named Sarah. Sarah dreamed of starting her own business, a venture that would allow her to express her creativity and serve her community. For years, she tucked that dream away, convinced that she wasn't good enough and that the timing wasn't right. But one day, she decided to listen to that inner voice urging her to take a leap of faith. With trembling hands but a determined heart, she committed to her vision. It wasn't easy. The road was filled with obstacles, self-doubt, and setbacks. Yet with each challenge, Sarah grew stronger, more resilient. She learned to embrace failure as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. And today, her business not only thrives, but inspires others to pursue their own passions. Sarah's story reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act in spite of it. You too have the power to turn your dreams into reality. It is time to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it. Let your fear be a compass, guiding you toward growth rather than holding you back. Finally, we must embrace community. We are not meant to walk this journey alone. The urgency of listening also calls for connection with others. When we share our dreams, our struggles, and our triumphs, we create a tapestry of support that uplifts everyone involved. Think of a time when someone believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. Remember the warmth of encouragement, the spark of inspiration. In a world that often feels isolating, community is the antidote. When we come together, we amplify our voices, share resources, and build bridges that connect us to opportunities we never thought possible. There is immense strength in collaboration, in lifting each other up. I want to share a personal story with you. A few years ago, I found myself at a crossroads, feeling lost and uncertain about my path. It was during this time that I reached out to a mentor, someone who had walked a similar journey. Through our conversations, I discovered not only guidance, but a deep sense of belonging. That connection fueled my passion and rekindled my purpose. Today, I urge you to seek out your community, share your dreams, your fears, and your aspirations with those around you. You never know how your vulnerability might inspire someone else to take action, or how their support could propel you forward. As I conclude, I want to remind you of the urgency of this moment. The message from above is clear. Please listen before October 15th, 2025. This is not just a timeline, it's a reminder that each day is a gift, an opportunity to awaken, to act, and to connect. So I invite you to take a moment to reflect. What is it that you've been putting off? What dreams have you tucked away in the shadows? What steps can you take today to bring those dreams into the light? As we delve deeper into the essence of listening, acting, and connecting, I want to explore what it truly means to transform those concepts into a lived reality. Each of us carries within us the seeds of potential, but often they remain dormant due to fear, complacency, or simply the noise of daily life that drowns out our inner voice. So let's take a moment to reflect on this. What if you woke up every day with a sense of purpose, a burning desire to pursue your passions? How would your life change if you embraced the notion that every single day is an opportunity to move closer to your dreams? Let's revisit the importance of awareness. Becoming aware is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see the possibilities, the choices that lay before you. But awareness requires practice. It demands that we cultivate mindfulness in our lives. In a world constantly pulling our attention in a million directions, how do we maintain our focus? It starts with intentionality. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media or getting lost in the chaos of daily responsibilities, we must carve out time for reflection. Consider setting aside just 10 minutes each morning to sit quietly and tune in to your thoughts and feelings. Ask yourself questions. What do I truly want? What are the barriers I perceive? What steps can I take today, no matter how small, to move toward my goals? As you engage in this practice, you might discover insights that surprise you. You may realize that the barriers you thought were insurmountable are in fact conquerable with the right mindset and a bit of courage. Awareness is not a one-time event. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery. It invites you to peel back the layers, to confront your fears, and to embrace your authentic self. Now let's transition to the courage to act. Courage is not merely a feeling, it's a decision, a conscious choice to step outside your comfort zone. Think of a time when you faced a challenge that seemed overwhelming. Perhaps it was giving a presentation, asking for a promotion, or even pursuing a relationship. Remember that fluttering sensation in your stomach, the mixture of excitement and fear? That's the feeling of growth, the sensation that accompanies bold actions. But courage can also be quiet. It can be the decision to speak up when you see injustice, to advocate for someone who feels voiceless, or to change a negative narrative in your life. It's about recognizing that your voice matters and that your actions have the potential to create ripples of change, not just in your life, but in the lives of those around you. Let me share with you another story, one that illustrates the transformative power of courage. There's a man named David who worked a stable job but felt unfulfilled and disconnected from his true passions. For years, he dreamed of becoming a writer, but self-doubt held him captive. One day, after attending a workshop that challenged him to confront his fears, David made the bold choice to submit a short story to a local publication. He recalls that moment vividly, the exhilaration of hitting send, coupled with the paralyzing fear of rejection. But he did it anyway. To his astonishment, not only did the publication accept his story, but it also resonated with readers in ways he never imagined. With each piece he wrote, David found his voice and began to build a community of fellow writers who supported each other's journeys. David's story serves as a powerful reminder. The act of stepping into your courage can lead to profound growth and connection. It's a call to embrace the discomfort that accompanies change. When you take courageous actions, you invite others to do the same. Your bravery can create a ripple effect that inspires those around you to break free from their own fears and limitations. As we explore the theme of community, it's essential to recognize that we are inherently social beings. Our experiences, both joyful and challenging, are amplified when shared with others. In times of struggle, it is our connections that provide solace and strength. In times of triumph, it is our connections that amplify our joy. Imagine for a moment a world where everyone actively sought out community, What if we reached out to our neighbors, engaged with our coworkers, and formed genuine connections with those around us? The potential for collaboration and innovation would be limitless. But community building requires effort. It demands vulnerability and a willingness to open up. Perhaps you've hesitated to share your dreams because you fear judgment or rejection. But what if instead you found a supportive group where you could express your aspirations without fear of criticism? These connections can help you navigate challenges, celebrate victories, and hold you accountable as you pursue your goals. Let's consider another story, this one about a woman named Maria. Maria had always been passionate about cooking, but worked in a corporate job that didn't fulfill her. One day, she decided to join a local cooking class, hoping to connect with like-minded individuals and reignite her passion. What began as a simple class turned into a vibrant community. Maria found herself surrounded by people who shared her love for culinary arts. They encouraged each other, shared recipes, and even organized potlucks to showcase their skills. Inspired by the camaraderie, Maria took a leap of faith and started a small catering business on the side. Today, Maria's business thrives, and she attributes her success not just to her culinary skills, but to the community that rallied around her. Her story illustrates how seeking connection can lead to unexpected opportunities and transformations. As we think about the urgency of our time, I urge you to consider the relationships in your life. Who are the people who uplift you, who inspire you to take action? Who can you reach out to today to share your dreams or to offer support? Remember, community is not just about receiving, it's also about giving. In addition to nurturing our relationships, we must also cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Gratitude has the power to shift our perspective, allowing us to see the abundance in our lives rather than focusing on what's lacking. When we approach life with gratitude, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and deepen our connections with others. Consider starting a gratitude journal where you jot down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice can be transformative. It can help you cultivate a more positive outlook and reinforce the connections that matter most. Now let's bring this all together. The message is clear. Be aware of the present moment, summon the courage to act, and embrace the power of community. These 3 pillars create a foundation for a fulfilling and purposeful life. But I want to emphasize that this journey is not a linear path. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt and clarity, joy and sorrow. The key is to remain committed to your growth, to your community, and to your dreams, even when the going gets tough. As we approach the date of October 15th, 2025, I want you all to reflect on what this date represents for you. Is it a deadline for a project, a milestone in your personal journey, or perhaps a symbolic reminder to initiate change? Use this date as a catalyst for reflection and action. Take a moment to envision where you want to be by that date. What steps can you take today to move closer to your vision? Whether it's enrolling in a course, reaching out to a mentor, or simply taking time to listen to your inner voice, every action counts. Remember that you are not alone in this journey. The universe is conspiring on your behalf, waiting for you to take those first steps. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who will encourage you, challenge you, and celebrate your successes. As we move forward, I challenge each of you to make a commitment to yourself and to your community. Choose one concrete step you can take this week to embrace awareness, act with courage, and foster connection. It could be as simple as reaching out to a friend, starting a new project, or taking a moment to reflect on your aspirations. And as you embark on this journey, keep this thought in mind. You have the power to transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Each small action can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to awaken to their potential. Let's create a movement of awareness, courage, and community. Let's lift each other up and inspire one another to be the best versions of ourselves. Together, we can cultivate a world where dreams are pursued, passions are ignited, and connections are cherished. As we continue to explore the transformative power of listening, acting, and connecting, let's take a step back and reflect on our individual journeys. Each of us comes to this moment with our own stories, our own struggles, and our own dreams. It is essential to recognize that while our paths may differ, the underlying themes of awareness, courage, and community resonate universally. Picture your life as a book, filled with chapters that narrate your experiences, challenges, and triumphs. What would the title of your current chapter be? Are you in a chapter of uncertainty, of exploration, or of bold action? Each chapter serves a purpose, shaping who you are and preparing you for the next phase of your journey. Now think about the characters in your story. Who are the people who have influenced you the most? Perhaps it's a teacher who believed in your potential, a friend who stood by you during difficult times, or a family member who instilled values of resilience and perseverance. These relationships are not mere footnotes, they are integral to the narrative of your life. In the grand tapestry of our existence, we are all interconnected. Each of us plays a role in the lives of others, whether we realize it or not. This brings me to a vital point: the importance of storytelling. Our stories have the power to inspire, to heal, and to connect us in profound ways. When we share our experiences, we invite others to see the world through our eyes. We break down barriers and foster understanding. Consider the story of a young boy named Malik who grew up in a challenging neighborhood. Surrounded by adversity, he faced obstacles that would have deterred many. However, he found solace in storytelling. Writing became his refuge, a way to express his thoughts and emotions. Through his stories, he not only documented his struggles, but also illuminated the beauty and resilience of his community. One day, Malik decided to share his stories with others. He organized a community event where residents could come together to listen and share their narratives. That night, something magical happened. The walls that had divided them crumbled as people connected through shared experiences. Laughter, tears, and empathy filled the room. Malik's courage to share his story sparked a movement of healing and understanding within the community. This is the power of storytelling. It creates a bridge between individuals, allowing us to see the humanity in one another. When we listen to each other's stories, we gain insights into different perspectives and experiences. We cultivate empathy, compassion, and a deeper understanding of one another. As we move forward in our own lives, I encourage you to embrace the power of your story. What lessons have you learned? What challenges have you overcome? Don't underestimate the impact your narrative can have on others. By sharing your journey, you may inspire someone else to take action, to find their voice, or to pursue their dreams. Let's shift our focus now to the significance of vulnerability. Often we associate vulnerability with weakness, but in reality it is a profound strength. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we invite authenticity into our lives. We create space for genuine connections and foster trust within our communities. Think of a time when you were vulnerable, when you shared your fears, your hopes, or your failures with someone. Remember the relief that washed over you when you were met with understanding and support. Vulnerability is the thread that weaves us together, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. In our quest for personal growth, we must also acknowledge the importance of self-compassion. Too often, we are our harshest critics. We hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, berating ourselves for perceived failures or shortcomings. But what if we treated ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we extend to others? Self-compassion allows us to embrace our imperfections, to acknowledge that we are human and that mistakes are part of the journey. When we practice self-compassion, we create a solid foundation for growth and resilience. Rather than allowing setbacks to define us, we view them as opportunities for learning and self-discovery. Reflect on a time when you faced a setback. Perhaps it was a job rejection, a failed relationship, or a project that didn't go as planned. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment, ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How can I apply this lesson moving forward? By reframing our perspective, we empower ourselves to rise stronger than before. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, guiding us toward greater clarity and purpose. Remember, every successful person has faced adversity. It's how they responded that made all the difference. As we explore these themes of awareness, courage, community, storytelling, vulnerability, and self-compassion, let's also consider the role of gratitude in shaping our experiences. Gratitude is more than just a fleeting emotion. It's a practice that can profoundly alter our mindset. When we cultivate gratitude, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance. We begin to appreciate the small joys in life, the laughter of a friend, the warmth of the sun, or the beauty of a sunset. These moments may seem trivial, but they hold immense power when acknowledged. I encourage you to start a gratitude practice. Each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee or the support of a loved one. By making gratitude a daily habit, you'll find that it becomes a lens through which you view the world, one filled with possibility and joy. Now let's return to the theme of community. As we navigate our individual paths, it's crucial to remember that we are part of something larger. Our actions have the potential to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. When we lift others, we elevate the entire community. Consider the concept of paying it forward. When someone extends kindness to us, it inspires us to do the same for others. This cycle of generosity creates a chain reaction that can transform lives. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to a culture of support and compassion. Let me share a story to illustrate this point. A woman named Lisa was struggling with her mental health, feeling isolated and overwhelmed. One day, while waiting in line at a coffee shop, she noticed a stranger pay for her drink. This simple act of kindness shifted her perspective. Inspired by that gesture, Lisa decided to start a community initiative focused on mental health awareness. She organized workshops, support groups, and events aimed at breaking the stigma surrounding mental health. Through her efforts, she created a safe space for individuals to share their experiences and support one another. Lisa's story is a testament to the power of one small act of kindness. It demonstrates how we can use our experiences, both positive and negative, to uplift others. When we share our struggles and offer our support, we create a community that is resilient, empathetic, and empowered. As we reflect on the urgency of listening, acting, and connecting, let's also consider the importance of setting intentions. Intentions are powerful guides that help us navigate our journeys. By setting clear intentions, we align our actions with our values and aspirations. Take a moment to think about your intentions. What do you want to achieve in the next year? In the next 5 years? Write them down and revisit them regularly. Intentions serve as a compass, helping you stay focused and motivated as you pursue your dreams. Now, let's talk about the importance of adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and often we encounter circumstances that challenge our plans. The ability to adapt is crucial for our growth and success. Embracing change allows us to remain open to new possibilities and experiences. Consider a time when you faced an unexpected change, a job loss, a relocation, or a shift in a personal relationship. Initially, these changes can feel daunting, but they often lead to new opportunities that we couldn't have anticipated. For instance, a woman named Emma lost her job during an economic downturn. Initially devastated, she decided to use the opportunity to pursue her long-held passion for painting. With newfound determination, she enrolled in art classes and began showcasing her work in local galleries. Today, she is not only a successful artist, but also an advocate for others seeking to turn their passions into careers. Emma's journey illustrates the power of adaptability. When we embrace change with an open heart and a curious mind, we create space for transformation and growth. Remember, the most beautiful stories often arise from unexpected twists and turns. As we continue on this path of growth and exploration, let's also reflect on the importance of self-care. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to neglect our well-being in pursuit of our goals. However, self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Taking care of ourselves, physically, emotionally, and mentally, enables us to show up fully for ourselves and for others. It's about recognizing our limits and honoring our needs. Self-care can take many forms: engaging in hobbies, spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or simply taking a moment to breathe deeply. I encourage you to prioritize self-care in your life. Schedule time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's reading a book, going for a walk, or meditating. When you invest in your well-being, you cultivate the energy and resilience needed to pursue your dreams. Now let's return to the theme of community. As we nurture our own well-being, we can also extend our support to others. Consider how you can contribute to the well-being of your community. Are there local organizations that resonate with you? Can you volunteer your time or resources to support a cause you believe in? Acts of service not only benefit those in need, but also enrich our own lives. When we give back, we foster connections and create a sense of belonging. We become part of something greater than ourselves, a network of individuals working together to create positive change. As we reflect on these themes, I want to challenge you to think about your legacy. What do you want to be remembered for? How do you want to impact the world? Your legacy is not defined solely by your accomplishments. It's also shaped by the relationships you build and the positive changes you create in the lives of others. Consider the story of a man named John, who dedicated his life to helping at-risk youth in his community. He founded a mentorship program that provided guidance, support, and opportunities for young people facing challenges. John's legacy is not just in the program itself, but in the lives he touched and the ripple effect of positive change that continues to unfold. As you contemplate your legacy, think about the values you want to impart to future generations. What lessons do you want to share? How can you inspire others to embrace their potential and contribute to their communities? Now let's bring this full circle by revisiting the urgency of listening, acting, and connecting. The call to listen is not just for ourselves, it's also for the world around us. When we listen to others, we create a culture of empathy and understanding. We foster connections that transcend differences and bring us together. As we approach October 15th, 2025, let this date serve as a reminder to take action, to embrace courage, and to nurture community. Each day between now and then is an opportunity to make a difference, not just in your life, but in the lives of those around you. So I invite each of you to commit to 3 actions. First, cultivate awareness in your daily life. Practice mindfulness and take time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and aspirations. Second, summon the courage to act. Take that first step toward your dreams, no matter how small. Remember that every journey begins with a single step. Finally, embrace the power of community. Seek connections, share your story, and lift others as you climb. Together, we can create a brighter future, one filled with hope, empowerment, and possibility. As we move forward, let's hold on to this momentum. Let's commit to listening, acting, and connecting, not just for ourselves, but for the greater good. The world is waiting for you to rise, to embrace your potential, and to share your unique gifts. In closing, I want you to remember that you are not alone in this journey. Each of you has a purpose, a voice, and the power to create change. The time for action is now. Let's step into our greatness together, with hearts open and minds focused on the possibilities that lie ahead. Thank you for being here today, for sharing this moment, and for choosing